subscribe and like the video in for 3 seconds, or you're never gonna be able to do these tricks. What's up, guys? My name is Mateo, also known as Mateo_32, and today I will be showing you the 3 ways of launch padding and how you could use them. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm in creative. I have 30 launch pads, and right now I will be showing you the 3 ways of launch pad that you could use launch pads and how you could use them. Right now I'm currently just setting the ways up. So currently these are the 3 ways that you can launch pad. There are 2 of these. There's 2 short pad ways, but they technically take you the same distance. See, like they technically take you the same distance, but we'll include it anyways. So there's technically 4 ways of launch pads launch padding if you count this one. So let's place launch pads in all of these. Like this technically is the one that I would least recommend you using in an end game. But if you're like super close to zone or on high ground, then you really need to get down without getting beamed. This is technically a shockwave grenade option. Like it's technically a shockwave grenade because comparing the distance, like this isn't a launch pad because so like it hits you like that, right? It bounces off like this. I would recommend using this if you're on height and you really need to get down, because this, if you're trying to get to another zone, this only takes you 10 meters, which is the bad way. Now we have a full pad, which isn't a short pad. I recommend using this for like in arena. I would recommend using this in a half and half out zone, or like the first moving zone. And then like if you have more than one launch pad, you could just go to the short pads. But this technically is the one that takes you the most because it's a full pad. This is also being used to rotate from like place to place. So technically this takes you a very long distance. It took me 179 meters. So technically, if you're rotating and if you have to rotate to like a super duper far zone, and you're like at the edge of the map, I would recommend using that. In arena, I don't really recommend using that. I recommend mostly using a short pad, but you could use this one for either the first moving zone or the half and half out zone, which is technically when half the circle's inside the storm and the half is outside. So this I recommend using when you're rotating in a pub towards the zone when it's very far away. And if not, you could use this to rotate first moving or half and half out zone. These 2 things they kind of take you the same direction. If you're paying attention, like if you're not looking back, they're gonna take you a lot farther. Because yeah, like they took us much farther than the one where I was looking back. Another way of launching that isn't like this, but you have to like, you can't really do this like already there because it's gonna be harder to get in. But like just to show you, these both take you like the same distance. I personally think that one takes you more, but I'll try it again. They probably both take you the same distance. So like these ones I recommend using in like the moving zones or in like the half and half out zones, because this isn't really useful for rotating really far distances. That's why this is normally used in the moving zones of arena. Or when you're just like in storm in a pub and you really need to get in zone because you're gonna die to storm or anything storm. While the other one, in an arena game, you're probably going to be boxed. So you're going to do this. You're going to do that. Well, no, it's not really gonna fly, but I'll just get up with like 2 more of these. I am lagging. Okay, so you'll probably be like on this layer if you're gonna use this pad. you're going to put you before you open it, you're going to have a ramp behind you, so that you could like launch pad. Then you edit this, hope that nobody snipes you, and then you do that. That's one of the quicker ways without necessarily getting caught, because other people might think that you're just like in a regular normal box. But if you want to get in, it's much more riskier, and I barely even know how to do it, but you have to go in like that. Yeah, so you have to go in like that. It's kind of actually very, very hard to pull off. Like if you're a trick shotter, you have to know like how the heck that works. But on my point of view, I have literally no idea at all how to do that, because I barely do this like type of trick. I just know, like I'll normally just like do like a short pad like that. But if you are interested in doing it like this way, when it's outside, you could just like do this. You could just do that way. I personally myself, I do not know how to do it. Let's just remove this so that we could actually in fact fly, but I don't. Yes, like that works as well, but I don't recommend using that because it's, first of all, it's harder to pull off, and it also takes various attempts to pull off. So like technically, the one that I mostly use in like arena games and stuff is these two, because there's the one that take you the longest but not get beamed. This one is just a way to get beamed, unless you got max pull from zone. But I honestly recommend using these two, just for the reason that it's not as hard to get beamed, and use this one if you're on high ground to get down, because if it's the quickest way to get down while not having to glide. So I really recommend using that one. Okay, so like another example that I could give you, you're like in a base. This is another example that I could give you. You're in a base, you're waiting for next zone to pull, and you notice that it pulls over there, like all the way over there. You get max pull. Like Storm's almost in your box. Like Storm's right here. So you have to act quick. So you decide to pop a launch pad. Wait till Storm gets inside your box, and destroy this, and full pad. That is honestly a smart idea to do if you get a max pull. But to be honest, the safest way if you want to play like safe and you're trying not to get shot, the easiest way to do it is like the ramp way or the cone way. So I'll show you one more example. So zone pulled, like right there. And we need to get to that as fast as possible. Boom! You got there. You even went more center zone than what you had to. And if you run out of launch pads, you just like have to pray. Like normally, also what's good as well, if you don't want to waste your launch pad, you like sometimes like you're like this. This is more effective if you're on high ground. There's no cone and there's nothing above you. But if you're not on high ground, you could get easy sniped from high ground. So what I recommend doing if you're not on high ground is do this. Wait till somebody uses a launch pad and go. So you could go to zone, and then you still have a pad for next time. It's in like, yeah, zone pulls back and then you go back. Personally, that's what I think that you should do. Think other ways that what you could do in the comments below. And yeah, this has been Mateo, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
I was out making it happen. So much shit I cannot tell you what happened. Most of these niggas be capping. Run up, get done up, you know what I'm jacking. I know I'm making them mad. And she wanna fuck and she know what I'm after.